on now? That's okay.
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, thank you very much for the time. And thank you very much, Professor Effie, for the invitation to give a speech in this great conference, international conference. And distinguished guests, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everybody. I will share my presentation. Okay. My presentation is entitled with renewable energy and electric vehicle research ecosystem in complying net zero carbon emission 2050. The net zero carbon emission is the big issue nowadays. So I will give the relation between renewable energy and electric vehicle to the net zero carbon emission. So my talk divided by two parts. First part is new and renewable energy, and the second part I will talk about the electric vehicles. So Indonesia has been committed to reduce the greenhouse emission by 26% with its own effort, and by 41% if receives the international assistance by 2030. So if you see this graph, that the scenario of energy demands in Indonesia. So, and the prediction until 2050 with the scenario of business as usual. So there is no change of the demand of the energy in Indonesia. So if you take a look at the most of energy demands in Indonesia, the largest share is the largest share is oil fuels, by 40%, around 40%, and also followed by the electricity and gas. And the energy mix in Indonesia between the fossil fuel or fossil energy and renewable energy, you can see in this graph that year on year, the growth of renewable energy increase, around 5 to 6%. This is the faster growth than any other field. So it is the hope in Indonesia that we can use this renewable energy more and more to substitute the fossil fuel or fossil energy. And this graph talk about the NRE, or new and renewable energy contribution to the energy demand in Indonesia. The ratio of renewable energy, we can see here that the hydro energy from hydro is quite the largest ratio between the all of the renewable energy in Indonesia. So this is the potential of the renewable energy in Indonesia. So we have diverse resources of renewable energy. The question is how we utilize these resources, the renewable energy resources, to give or to substitute the fossil energy. So if we take a look in the power plant capacity, in the 2000 or by 2050, we hope that the new and renewable energy power generation capacity becomes to 24%. During this in the present, that the renewable energy power generation is only a few. So we hope we expect to have more power generation of new and renewable energy by 2050. So to overcome these obstacles, that we should we must develop the energy or power generation of renewable energy. So we should get a research system for this renewable energy power generation. So it can be pentahelix, between the government, research institutes, academician, business, and also the community. So make a collaboration to have the ecosystem of the renewable energy, to have the renewable energy more and more utilized year and year. So in BRIN, we already developed some kind of renewable energy power generation, such as geothermal power plant. We have the pilot plant, small pilot plant in the Kamojang, Hendong, and Sibayak. Then this pilot plant, geothermal pilot plant will overhand to the business or company to run this pilot plant. And we also focus the research on biomass co-firing for coal power plants. So to substitute some of the coal in the power plants. And the other research topics in BRIN is the floating PV plant. So we use not the land for install the PV, but we use the open area of the water, such as a lake or something like that, to cover with the PV plant. And the other research on renewable energy is the research on hydrogen and fuel cell. So maybe in 2040, there is a hydrogen demand, the largest hydrogen demand for the power generation or for the vehicle, for electric vehicle, something like that. Yeah, to use in the power generation and the electric vehicle. So the other research is on waste to energy. So we change the waste to energy by incineration. So, but we also use the exhaust heat of the incineration to have the ORC power generation. So ORC is a organic Rankine cycle. So we use the turbine with the organic Rankine cycle to utilize the excess or exhaust heat exhaust in this waste to energy incineration. So the second part of my talk is about electric vehicle. So in the Paris Climate Agreement, we already agree with this the target in 2025 to increase the electric vehicle population in Indonesia. So that's why President of Indonesia have the regulation number 20 in 2019 about the accelerating battery electric vehicle BEV program for road transportation. So if we take a look about the carbon dioxide emission in transportation sector, so globally, the transportation sector is the second largest contributor for the carbon dioxide emission after the power generation. So the road transportation is dominant contributor of the carbon dioxide emission to in the urban areas, domestically in Indonesia or globally, such as in Jakarta or Surabaya and the most populated urban areas. So also in Indonesia energy resilience, the energy of transportation that used in transportation is also the second largest after power, electricity. You can see here in the second row that the transportation is the second largest of the total energy consumption in Indonesia. So this is the general look of national automotive industry that the production of the vehicles in Indonesia is around in 2019 is around 1.3 million units. And for the motorcycles, the production is around 7.3 million units in 2019. So motorcycle ratio for 1 unit per 3.5 residents. So if you have 3 or 4 people in Indonesia, among them they have 1 motorcycle. So if you calculate with the population of Indonesia, with around 300 million, so yeah, it's the biggest, big or huge amount of the motorcycle in Indonesia. So this is the production and sales of the vehicles, more and more increasing. Yeah, year by year is increasing. Only in 2019, the sales and the production of the vehicles goes down or went down because of the pandemic COVID-19. And also for the motorcycles, the same trend, more and more year by year, more motorcycle production and sales. And in the pandemic area, the production and sales went down. But I think in this after the pandemic, the production and sales also give increase more and more. Yeah, in 2022 and after. So this is the roadmap of national automotive industry. If we have, if we see this in the national automotive and industry begin to build the electric vehicle in 2017 as in according to this roadmap, but implementing just last year, I think the production of the or the sales of the electric vehicle growth in Indonesia or growing in Indonesia. So this the comparison of conventional and electric vehicle. So if we take a look in internal combustion engine, ICE, so they use oil to have the power. So it's only consume the fuel, and the second one is the hybrid EV. So there are two power source, yeah, fuel and also battery. And this is the plug-in hybrid EV with a low battery capacity. And the fourth is the fuel battery EV with the large battery capacity. And the fifth is the fuel cell EV, the next generation EV, I think. So according to the Press 55 or President Regulation in 2019 about the accelerating battery electric vehicle for the road transportation. So the battery EV is the battery-based electric vehicle should be accelerate as the electric vehicle in Indonesia. So according to the Press 55 2019, so the ecosystem of the electric vehicle is consists of the availability of electricity and charging infrastructure, EV market initiation, EV component industry readiness, available of high quality, high power density and fast charging batteries, financial support and incentives, regulations to restrict the conventional ICE and EV communities. So with this regulation of President Regulation, so the EV, both of EV owners and producers, they can support it. They can be supported by incentive for the EV from the tax, DP of the sales, yeah, or buying DP, and also the increasing electric power and so on. So this is the incentive of for the EV, both for the owners and also for producers. And also when we want to have the EV, then buy credits, then we can have zero DP down payment according to this regulation. So how about the EV status in Indonesia? So now we we have 5 big player of EV in Indonesia. So like Tesla, Toyota, Hyundai, and so on. And one of the domestic producer, electric vehicle producer, yeah, they have the capacity of 1,200 unit year EV. And there are 5 EV, yeah, or EV in Indonesia. So how about the history of EV in BRIN? So start from 2005, we developed the special purposes EV, and 2008 we made hybrid EV, and 2009 we convert ICE vehicles to the EV. In 2010 we built the electric bus and also sport EV in 2011. So this is the special purpose EV, like a smart city car, 2 seats, yeah, 2-seater smart city car, tourist sport like a golf car or something like that, and also city car, 4-seaters, and also for this patient mobilization or police control, patrol, or in the airport area and so on. So with the speed, the motor with speed 40 km/h, and the distance or range is 300 km by one charge, and we use battery, lead acid battery. So then we changed to hybrid EV with the generation 1 and generation 2 in 2008, and we make also the EV conversion from the Kijang ICE to Kijang EV in 2010, and also we built this electric bus and mobile meeting, executive mobile meeting bus, and also the sport EV with collaboration by Signal Custom and Alpine. And then begin in 2020, we shift the program to autonomous electric vehicle. So this is the roadmap of autonomous electric vehicle, from the light and low speed mobility to fast and heavy vehicles. So this is the one of our output in 2021. We call it micro electric vehicle tele-operated driving system. So this is not the full autonomous electric vehicle, but this just semi autonomous electric vehicle. Also, we not only focus on electric vehicle, but also we have research and development in charging system. Begin in 2006, we built DC fast charging based on lead acid battery. And 2011, we stepped to the level 2 charging point, and starting in 2016, we try to research or develop the wireless charging. So this is the DC fast charging, reduced from 4 hours to 2 hours in one charge. And also the charging point, level 2 charging point with the specification. And this monitoring, LED monitor, informative, and also with the precision power scale, 1 watt precision scale. And also this is the wireless charging that we still in the research and development phase nowadays. So this is a collaboration between BRIN, Kyushu University, and Fukuoka Electric. And start by 2020, we developed the charging station roadmap with the AC charging station and DC charging station, and also charging station for electric motorcycles and battery swapping. And also we developed also CS or charging station management system.
Apologies, Dr. Hasnan.
Yes.
You have 3 minutes left.
Okay, this is just 2 or 3 slides more. So this is charging station development that we already built and already developed in BRIN. And also we developed the mobile application or web application for charging station monitoring. And not only this charging station and EV, also we research on the battery, that this some kind of activities in the battery research in BRIN. So thank you very much for your attention. This is the end of my talk. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.